or you could say the magnetic field reversal, should not happen overnight. Good morning. I was looking at something this morning about the Earth's magnetic field, the magnetic pole, and they said the Earth's magnetic pole has been shifting for the past 160 years, slowly shifting like like that. And it would be quite strange if it flipped overnight. I know some are saying that it could flip overnight. If we have the binary system coming in, this planetary system coming in, it's going to throw everything out of whack. We're going to flip overnight. Hello, Ronnie, honey. You can flip overnight. But if it's been turning, because the true north is not really the true north, it's not. There's a lot of complications that would occur with that. There really is. But if you think of 160 years ago, was that when was that when the mud flood was? Is that when history records, was that was that in the 1800s? Because you know something happened in the 1800s. Good morning. 160 years ago, the mud flood. Why would they use 160 years ago? Is what I want to know. Just throw your calculator. Let me do this. 2024. I don't like the regular calculators. Minus 160 years ago. Yes. It would take us to the 1800s. It would take us to 1864. So I think it's really important to look at what happened. When was the mud flood occur? According to some say it never did occur, but you got big mud flood areas. The theory, how does the architect, Tartaria, how can they hide Tartaria? Gina, you possibly talking about the magnetic field? Well, I do. I am supposed to talk about it. If you're just tuning in, it was in the 1800s. Did the mud floods occur into the 1800s? Let's just go over here and see what they got to say with something. Does anyone have the date that they said it was supposed to happen in, the mud flood? Because you have cities that are buried under the mud. 1845. 1845. It says, let me see, China. Let's look at this, you all. We want to find out about the mud floods. 1892, the ideal of a hidden Tartaria and mud flood reset in 1890. Food conspiracy. No, I don't think it's a conspiracy. I really don't. But they can call it that. Okay, 1845, mud flows. Yes. So we're going to look at that. 1892, and there was a big fire. There were records, historical fires. We found out historical. Hello and good morning. Welcome. Historical fires destroyed history in the 1800s. In 1800s. Let me just type that in because we've looked at that before too. We did. Oh yes, perfect. Portsmouth, New Hampshire, suffered great fires in 1802, 1806, 1813, 1835. Washington, D.C. was set on fire in the War of 1812. New York City burned on the night of 1835. So it looks like things were set into motion. Nantucket, devastating blaze. The most devastating list of towns and cities that were on fire. The fires that changed history. Of course, they changed history. And then, you know, that you have the Detroit fire. Look at all this right here. The Great Fire, 1805, 1871. So that would be right on par if they said the magnetic pole has been shifting for the last 160 years. That takes us into the 1860s when there was supposed to be a great reset. Was there a great reset with the mud floods? Hello in Ohio. Yeah, so let's look in that magnetic pole reversal right here. Did we got any trolls on here this morning? Because if we do, yeah, by fire and by smoke. Let me shrink it down. We got it shrinking at Earth's magnetic pole so we can see what that is. And of course, it is said that we have the, it is weakening. We know it's weakening. Just so here, you had 2 nights ago that the reversal was coming also. Well, that was really strange, right? We had historical fire. It's doing it again. As soon as I'm saying this, when I said Earth has a binary twin, it disconnected me. It said reconnect, reconnect. So this right here, when you're hearing my words, I think the feed is at least 1.5 minutes behind me. That's what they did. It's when I said Earth has a binary twin. It has a digital twin too. They're going to have the digital twin that is going to be fully operational. And we talked about this too. Earth's digital twin in full operation by, was it 2029, 2030? Earth's digital twin, in case you did not know. So I was getting ready to type this in. We was talking about the pole shift binary system. Bring about the pole shift. Pole shift. Let's see if I got to put it in. Yes. Will the pole shift, will it be a cataclysmic shift? Nobody knows. What will cause the Earth's thing to shift? Yeah, the new Earth. How many planets are going to go into retrograde? I don't know. There was an alignment of planets that occurred. It was a, in whatever year, it was 18 something, there was a phantasmagoric of the alignment of the planets. There was one that had occurred. What year will the magnetic field flip? Oh, look at this. Somebody's writing in here. So, while the Earth's last reversal happened around 780,000 years ago, the sun's happened in 2013, and science predict the next shift will happen at some point in 2024. Are they saying the sun's reversal? See, this is really the poles on the sun. This is really interesting. So we got a polar shift theory, the poles underlying, you got the Earth, and they said the lava, the iron core in the Earth had stopped doing whatever. Something stopped the ball inside the Earth, stopped spinning. Gina, don't you know that we live on a flat Earth? Can I talk about this one particular theory? I'm not talking about the flat Earth theory right now. I'm not. They don't like you to talk about it. Yeah, the moon plays like a fiddle. Yeah, good morning, Jean. Jean John Joseph, 2040s. 1 minute feels like 10 for some reason. How about the sky of the six lining, be six lining up the morning sky soon? 6 planets. You think there are 6 planets that are lining up? Well, we're getting rain. We're going to have a lot of rain. Thunderstorms are happening tomorrow. So when you have these alignments happening in the skies, I'm having a hot flash about it. You know, when you have these astronomical things up there, these heavenly bodies, they hide it. They hide it in certain areas, so you can't go out there and you can't view it. We're talking about the things happening. We don't live on a flat earth. Well, there is a theory of a flat earth theory. There is, and you see I got this like this. Got this like little ball. Oh, I was out with my daughter yesterday. They had a globe. They had several globes at this antique place. It's like a museum, more or less. And they had one of these. They had 2 of them. They were massive. They were about as big as from here to here. And they were on a wooden table that were like up to my like waist right here. I thought that is so pretty. They were up to my waist. One was like, what was one? $90. And then there was one that was a dark globe, and one was like $140. That was a big white globe. It's like this big, big white. They were really pretty. Just for the aesthetics of it, I thought that would be really, really pretty. You don't got nowhere to put it. We're talking about the Earth's poles reversal. What would happen if they suddenly flipped? It means everything on the planet would be exposed to higher levels of radiation. Then you have big time skin cancers. It could induce diseases like cancer. Yeah. As well as harm delicate spacecraft, grids on the Earth, power grid failure. Are we doomed? Are we doomed by Earth's magnetic? How many shifts have there been? How do they know it's been 183 times that the poles have shifted? If history has been lost, and if history's been rewritten, how do they know it's been that many times? Really, truly, you have to ask yourself, how do they know the Earth has flipped 183 times And if you go by biblical account, well, the earth is only 6,000 years old, or it might be a little more than 6,000. But if you go by the archaeological timeline, carbon dating, it's older than that. If you go by the pyramids and stuff like that, and all that, you're just talking about. Is our field going to be doomed? No, it's not going to be doomed. It's not doomed. It undergoes natural variations of periodic reversals and generated by the flow of liquid inside the Earth's whatever. But the North Atlantic Current, one of the conveyors has stopped. It has stopped. Is it actually going reverse? This is a lot of stuff playing out. How we doing over here? Yes. If you're just tuning in, how did this get in your dreams 2 nights ago and now here? Daisy Day, honey, there's something going on. I think we're all connected to some kind of a sleep grid. Let's just call it a sleep grid. A sleep grid. I don't know. I have no idea. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's like that song, Mr. Nub's Revenge. Honey, you want Gina to help you off of this channel because you know what you're trying to do. You're trying to steer the conversation of this to you. Do you want Gina, honey, to block you? Because I can do it right now since I'm the only official moderator on this channel and I can help you out the door. I really can. If you would like for me to do that, let me do that. Well, I helped you out the door. Boom, you're out. He said something, he was trying to steer the conversation to make it all about him, but it's not all about you, it's all about us. And what we're talking about on here, we are talking about this time interval. How long does it take it to reverse? So 7,000 years. So, let's get a picture of it. So, the Earth's pole, I don't even know the title of this right here. The Earth's magnetic pole reversal couldn't happen overnight, according to some. That's why we got the boom, boom, boom. You like that boom, boom, boom? That sounds like a song. Listen, if you're coming on here, we talk about aliens. We do. We talk about aliens, but your vibe attracts your tribe. That's right. And I would have took some pictures. I did get moon footage the other night, but I didn't share it. That's right. We got it. We got a mic drop. We got it, you all. Boom. No, why are they trying to hide it? And why would we have that? There is talk of a reset. They do a reset every time they want to change things up when the flow of whatever they're trying to accomplish doesn't go. So we could have a great reset, and they could say that it is because the poles flipped. Or we had a Carrington event that came from the sun, and it fried everything and threw us back into the dark ages. But then you would have to have something also that occur. You'd have to have the earth like burn up and stuff like that. The earth will be destroyed by fire, right? And fire and brimstone. Well, if the radiation would come on the earth, would we have instant sulfuric acid? It's the binary system. Hello. Yes, we got it. Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric ice, earth burning up, earth burning, excessive radiation, cataclysmic Carrington event, plasma apocalypse. What am I going to do? Plasma apocalypse. So you're talking about the Earth's plasma apocalypse. Plasma apocalypse. The good thing about this, you don't even have to know how to spell correctly apocalypse, because you know what? They will spell it. They'll fix it for you if you apocalypse. Plasma apocalypse. See, you can do that if you have it right there. Over a doomed earth. Well, let's see. I want to see if we have sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. It's kind of hard to think completely. It's a chemical corrosive found on the earth in car batteries. Okay, so your car battery has sulfuric acid in it. The climate change turned Venus into a hellscape. Did you know that? Venus got turned into a hellscape. It's like Hellboy. Hellboy, being revealed, apocalyptic thing. Yeah. So, we got carbon dioxide. Could acid neutralizing life forms make habitable pockets in our world? Acid clouds and lightning. Oh, wow. Look at this. We don't have no acid clouds. Um, Hello there, Muddy Girl, honey. Thank you. Photo dissociation of sulfur dioxide leads to the formation of sulfuric acid molecules, eventually form cloud aerosols. Okay, so is there acid rain? Is there acid rain? Do we have acid rain? And because we got sulfuric acid forms, look at this, you all. Dissociation, sulfur oxide cycles, chemical 160 degrees side, 100. Oh, so they're going to tell us what's going to happen, but um, acid rain. You're gonna get electrified, you all, due to the lightning. During previous satellite observations, visible flashes in the atmosphere have been observed. That's from spaceships. And localized emissions of radio waves have also been reported. How do they not know that could have came from aliens? It really could. Alien craft in the sky. But NASA has been studying the lightning too. So if they have, wait, what are they talking about? Are they talking about Venus here, Gina? And not Earth? A pioneer Venus. You had to look for Venus in the Venetians. Let me go back to the binary system right here. The Earth. Why is it doomed? How do we know Mars? How do you know that Mars once had a magnetic field? Quantum microscope. Long-lived magnetic field. What was trying to do this? The magnetic field reversing. 42,000 years ago, you all. Your chat keeps freezing. It's because they freeze us. They're freezing us out, y'all. Can you give this video a thumbs up? What would happen if the Earth's magnetic field were to flip suddenly? And is it possible that it can flip suddenly? They said it has a timeline to it, but could it tip suddenly? Let me see. Reverser happen. Let me see that happen. That would be really wild. Or maybe they would be able to make it seem like it was a sudden reversal with the technology that they got. Yeah, you got the Judy, honey. Reversal is not instantaneous. Now, they have said it's been taking, look, they happen over a period of 100,000 years, though recent research indicates that at least one reversal could have taken place. Wow. How could one reversal taken place over 1 year? That's really, I want to know why that happened. How could that happen? CERN's magnetic field and China's thing, they got a magnetic field too. They're both stronger than the Earth's magnetic field. They would have to displace that. They'd have to move the magnetic field. We did videos on this. They would have to move the magnetic field somewhere else, relocate it. Look at this. So USGS, it's true that Earth's magnetic field occasionally reverses its polarity. They've seen evidence of it when lava and sediment solidify. The poles are currently roughly coincident with the geographic poles. They wonder, Earth's dynamo has no particular polarity. The random 50 million years, 780,000 years. They're not instantaneous. Okay, well, I wanted to see how come they said this. Reversals are not instantaneous. What's instantaneous? Did I make up a new word? Instantaneous? Instantaneous. No, I didn't. It's occurring or acting without any perceptible duration of time. That's instantaneous. There's no instantaneous. Just fine, instantaneous. Earth's magnetic field. Okay, we're trying to get this. The reading about the pole reversal would not be instantaneous. Get that off of there. The recent research indicates that at least one reversal could have taken place over a period of 1 year. It's secrets in stones. Well, they're not telling what this one is. Have you heard of that? One reversal could have taken place over a period of 1 year. Are they earthquakes are associated with variations in the geomagnetic field? What is declination? The compass doesn't point exactly true north. Are we about to have a reversal? Aha, look at that. It's okay, look at that. Since the invention of the magnetometer, like it's not the HAARP magnetometer that they're talking about in the 1830s, that is really nice. Look at that. Yeah, we got some visuals right here. How we doing over here? The reversal is happening now as we speak. They said it has been slowly happening for the past 160,000, well, not 160,000, 160 years, and that would take us back around the 1800s and something when it first started happening. It's probably when the mud flood came, and they probably really saying it's like it started reversing back then. Yeah. Let me see this right here. Are we about to have a reversal? There could be talk of it since we're already in it right now. In the not so distant future, for all we know, the field may actually get stronger at some point in the not so distant future. Isn't that interesting? The invention of the magnetometer, well, that in 1830s. What if the instruments that they got on Earth is really causing the instability that is occurring on Earth with the magnetic poles? They're really messing it up with their CERNs and other things, the high aurora areas things and other things up in orbit, the Fermi Lab and stuff in, what is it, in Illinois, and the Mag Lab in Tallahassee. They got these magnetic things, and you know it's bound to do something to Earth's magnetic field. But how long has these things been around? How long? Now your chat. What has happened? It's stronger than CERN's. That's right. Brian, honey, it is much stronger. It is, and we know exactly what you're talking about. We got videos on this. I don't know where we put them on here because Earth is not even what? It's one of, it's not even, one was like 6 point some odd whatevers compared to Earth. We don't even have one of these, no, it's not Kelvin, I don't know. I can't think of the scientific stuff right now. I'm trying to talk about this reversal. So the paleomagnetic records intensify the Earth's magnetic decreases. It decreased as much as 90% at Earth's surface. Wow, look at that. We know from paleomagnetic records, that's pretty interesting, that the intensity of the magnetic field decreased by as much as 90% at the Earth's surface during a reversal. But the same paleomagnetic records also show the field intensity can vary significantly without resulting in a reversal. That is really interesting. It can change even without turning into a reversal. Well, you know why? It's because they're playing with the magnets. They're playing with their magnets. Magneto. Who is Magneto? Was Magneto one of those superheroes or villains or something? Magneto. And why was it called Magneto? Some kind of Magneto something. Yeah. They reduce a reduced intensity in the magnetic field. Hello, Cat Moonstar. Does not necessarily mean it's going to occur. Decrease is an intensity is not a dramatic departure from normal. For we all know the field may actually get stronger at some point in the not. Oh, they're going to tell you what's going to happen. They're right now telling you the field is going to get stronger at some point in the not so distant future. Predicting the occurrence of a reversal based on the current state of the magnetic field is extremely difficult. Yes, it is. Reversals are not instantaneous. They take place over a period of hundreds of thousands of years, and we wouldn't know that a reversal was happening until it was half over. So it's happening right now, and we're not going to know until it's half over that the reversal is happening, and you're going to feel the effects of it too. Climate change. We could even go into a mini ice age like the day after tomorrow when that mini ice age occurred all of a sudden, and they were They were calling for global warming, and no, the scientist said, based on the records that he found, it's going to have a mini ice age. And then the mini ice age lasted, it didn't last too long. Well, I guess it did, but he was able to rescue his family and some other survivors in New York with that right there. We've done videos on that too, and there actually are some scientists that have recently turned to that theory, and they said that they had evidence of that there would be like a mini ice age coming due to the magnetic field and all this conveyor, the North Atlantic current, the North Atlantic current, a conveyor. One of them has reverse conveyor. We did a video on that. Reversal, slow down. There's two of them. Let's look at it right here. Abrupt global ocean circulation collapse. Time to stop prepping. This is in December of 2022. What happens in the crucial, what's causing it? What caused, see, this is true. What caused the North Atlantic conveyor belt to shut down? Too much fresh water from the glaciers and the Greenland Iceland sheet can dilute the saltiness of water, preventing it from shrinking. Let me talk about this. So this right here is some clue. Salt. This is really interesting. Wow, my mind's going somewhere else with the saltiness. The Greenland ice sheet can dilute the saltiness of water, preventing it from shrinking. Yeah, and weaken the ocean conveyor belt. That was in February the 13th of 2024. Scientific American. What could interrupt the North Atlantic current? When waters become too fresh or too warm, and you got the algae blooms and all of that kind of stuff happening. Okay, let's look at this. That's me. Do you think the Atlantic ocean circulation could be manipulated by the change in climate? Enormous inputs of fresh water from the melting northern ice or warming-induced rainfall in the high latitudes could dilute the salty ocean and change the temperature balance, throwing off pace the North Atlantic current, which makes up a section of the AMOCS thing. It's already reversed. Okay, it's reversed. It has slowed down. It has slowed down by 15% since the mid-20th century. And the crucial system of currents is heading for a collapse. If the Atlantic conveyor belt is really slowing, so the meridional overturning circulation. What happens next is, then like, go look at this, and the ice age, mini ice age. You're going to freeze. That's why they're going underground. You're going to freeze. You're going to have a flash freeze. They have crippled the Atlantic currents. They triggered the ice age climate change. Actually, they said there was like there's a lot of built up of methane gas coming from the permafrost. A lot of that gas is getting up there and stuck and heating up the ozone layer. That's where the majority of it. It's not coming from cows and stuff like that or humans. It's coming from the permafrost is melting. And the gases are getting up there and they're stuck, and it's heating up because it's melting, but something's causing it to melting. It slowed down. It's surprising cause. Atlantic meridional. Okay, so we got the little ice age. We might have another little ice age. Okay, look at this. The Star Democrat. We got the Star Democrat. Ocean currents collapsing. The new ice age feared in the climate in Europe. Okay, so let's look at this. Are we about to have a magnetic pole flip? Magnetic reversal. They say it takes a time for it to happen. Does the Earth's magnetic field affect the human health? Well, I'm sure it does affect it somehow. Even though you may evolve to live on the planet, high altitude pilots and astronauts can experience higher levels of radiation. Do you want it during the magnetic storms that hit the Earth? Yeah. How are you going to generate it? Do animals feel it? And radiation? You got a mass extinction. We got an extinction level event of life on Earth. Is the Earth a magnet? We got a big magnet inside the Earth. We do. Massive magnets. Y'all just tuning in. I just had a fluctuation in both ears of pressure. He will fire and brimstone. That's right. The Earth will be destroyed by fire, and it will be man's doing. Wasn't the world subtropical at one time, Mr. Hamilton? Yes, it looked like it was really nice. Chiquita, honey, the tectonic plate movements and the sinkholes. We do got it. We got the sinkholes popping up all over the place. Let's look at Inja, Chiquita. Not Chiquita, but Chiquita. Yeah. The sinkholes are popping up. Sinkholes. And in Russia, you have the hellhole. Sinkholes popping up. In Russia, what was they finally put the lid on the hole in Russia? That was the flame was coming out. It's just fire was coming from it, popping up around the world, around the world, because the crust is shifting because it's all, look at these sinkholes. Oh my goodness, they appear out of nowhere. Well, if a sinkhole can appear out of nowhere also, that reminds me of the mitochondria, but it's mitochondria. What's the mitochondria, Gina? Well, let's look up the mitochondria. MITCHI. There we go. Let's see what the mitochondria do, you all. We want to see what the mitochondria do. So the mitochondrion, Gina, we're not talking about cells. We are now because I just said that word. It is an organelle found in the cells of most eukaryotes, such as animals, plants, and fungi. The mitochondria have a double membrane structure and use aerobic respiration to generate adenosine triphosphate, which is used throughout the cell source as chemical energy. So you got a mitochondria within you right there. They generate chemical energy for your cells, biochemical. You ever ask yourself, how can your cell have, it sounds like if you think about cells and the names they talk about, it sounds like we're electric beings, which we kind of are. Then you got all of this kind of stuff right here. What is the main focus? What does this mitochondria do to humans? The classic role of mitochondria. Oxidative phosphorylation generates ATP at the present something, utilizing your energy. You release during the oxidation of the food that we eat. It's our primary source of energy of most biophysiological processes, growth, movements, and hemostasis. Bioenergetics, okay. We're not supposed to be talking, we're talking about the sinkholes, is what we're talking about. They've been popping up, incredible sinkholes around the world. And if we look at the images of these sinkholes, they are popping up. Some of them look like a big tunnel boring thing that happened. It, like Elon Musk thing, he's got the tunnel boring machines, but where did they get all that technology? Let's look at these. These are massive. Look like a black hole right there. The sinkholes on Earth, the university. It is something to be concerned about. What on earth's happening with these sinkholes? And it's like if you ever went swimming in like this ocean or something, this big body of water, and you get to a certain spot and you feel like something is sucking you under and you can't swim out of it. But this is really weird if you're swimming. I had to rescue my brother one time in the water like that because he was going down in a sinkhole. Or my dad had to rescue him. Yeah, the sinkhole was going to take him in. And this is in the Ohio River when we were little. Or my dad and his brother had to come and pull him out because it was taking him under. It's a sinkhole in the Ohio right off the banks. It was really weird. Really, really weird. Like that. A teacher. So we got that like that. Look at that. Incredible sinkholes around the world. And cars falling into sinkholes. They actually had a place in Kentucky. Look at that. Now, see, no, this is wild. This shouldn't be happening unless there is something underground happening, and it could be beings from inside the earth too. They're making their way up to the surface, and or it could be the instability with inside the earth, and just the process that the earth is undergoing with the slow reversal that is taking place. And all we need is a fluctuation in the magnetic field by these big scientific machines to further destabilize Earth's magnetic field because they don't know what's going to happen. If they were to push a button, if they were to really ramp up the power of their machines, their scientific experiments and stuff, there's no telling what would happen to our field. And we truly could just like flip, they could cause something to happen and we'd be in for the time of our lives and it wouldn't be a good time. You probably would throw us in a mini ice age. It would just probably cause instability and probably mess with people's brains too. It probably would. If the Earth's magnetic field were to flip, it mess with people's brains. Let me see. Earth's magnetic field and people's brains. Earth's magnetic field. Yeah. Let's look up there. Earth's magnetic field and the human brain. And the human brain. Suck your brains out, probably. No, no, oh my God. You wouldn't want something sucking out your brains. The answer, a magnetic sense that helps them navigate. Oh, it does something to the whales in the ocean. The whales, their sonar, it's all thrown off whack. They end up lost. So if it affects the mammals, the aquatic animals, you know it's doing something to the humans. It's bound to be doing something to the humans. No, because you're just like a human. Some of people have evolved. There is a theory that, human life evolved from the ocean too. And if you say that you are from the ancient Atlanteans, well, then you were in the ocean also, the Atlanteans. Let me look at this. The answer is a magnetic sense helps them navigate. It seems that we might do as well with the California Institute of Technology. Altering the directions of nearby magnetic fields cause the temporary changes in your human brain activity. And that could be really bad. You could get turned into a zombie. High altitude could the Earth's magnetic. Let's see if they could turn us into a zombie. Zombie brains. This is really important because they've been preparing for the zombie apocalypse. Zombie apocalypse. Okay. Earth's magnetic field and the zombie apocalypse. Is there a correlation? Yes, there is. They're talking about it right now. Can you survive a zombie apocalypse? A familiar voice asks. The Earth's climate of several years ago. Let me see what this is. At the Backwood Home Magazine. Yeah, because this we're talking about. Oh, they got the dark hands from the dark. Look at that. That looks like it's interdimensional right there. It really does. Even though it's such a shadow people coming out, the zombie apocalypse. Can you survive it? I don't want a short one. I want to talk. I don't know if there's any serious Mount St. Helens. No. I want something more scientific. Researchers find that planets, the world with zombies. Can we shrink that down? The atmosphere could be detectable. Worlds with zombies may have signatures in their atmosphere. Yeah, Earth's magnetic field, zombie apocalypse. So it seems like they're tied. You were the last human on the Earth after a zombie apocalypse and that destroyed civilization and Earth's magnetic field. Okay, there you go. You have it right there. So I think it's all tied into, I really do. If the magnetic poles were to flip, a weaker magnetic pole may have paved the way for marine life to go whatever. And the fungal zombie apocalypse in Science News. You're going to have a fungal zombie apocalypse and the fungi is going to start in you. Let's look at this right there. It looks kind of colorful and stuff. It does. Okay, so we think that, we don't think. Well, some people, there are a lot of thinking heads that think the Earth's magnetic field and the zombies apocalypse. You do not want to turn into a zombie. I would not want a loved one of mine turn into a zombie apocalypse person. I wouldn't, because they wouldn't be their self. Their brain would got sucked out. They would have a pole reversal in their head. They would lose their way in life. They would not be able to function correctly. They would not. Let's get the images of it. Yeah, now this is a society that has literally fell apart. Oh, this got a demon face in there. Kind of look like, you see that face right there? Look at his eyes. I want you to look at that. I'm going to turn the spotlight up on ours that we did. Let me turn the spotlight. Let me try to turn this light on. I'm going to turn the spotlight on here. Gina, you've got the thing setting up. Okay, look at his face in the zombie apocalypse right there. Let me flip this around. Well, it would, let me see if I can turn this, the fourth turning. The fourth turning. You got a fourth turning of events. The zombie, you see that face in the sun right there. Remember that one? He was angry. It looks like this face right here. Right there in the sun that we showed. You can see it in the inverted mode. Yeah. Short like that. This is one of NASA's product. I think that was the SDO 304. So these, there's something going on. There truly is. He's angry, spitting fire out of his mouth. This is our this is our wall of investigations of pictures and stuff right here, and the squid in the sky. You just pick a subject matter. You pick a ships in the sky, like ships in the night. They go passing us by. This is the we work building. Why are there UFOs and UAPs? Because they're there. They're in the sky. There they are. You can't say that that's normal aircraft up there. And the plasma in the Ukraine, like our plasma apocalypse, and they got their radars out there looking. And we got the two suns right here in the Antarctic, Australian Antarctic Division showing up right there. And we got a great big massive interdimensional ship showed up on the observatory northwest view of Canada, France, Hawaii telescope. You can see it right there. This is undeniable. You can see the great big windows of the interdimensional UFOs that are there. You can see it all. Ooh, look at the shadow that's happening. And if you look right here, there are things up there in the sky from other dimensions. Just look at the equipment in the sky, the great big like Battlestar Galactica things up there. If you just got the CERN and their big magnetic field, they're messing it up for us, you all. CERN is not the only country. They're creating wormholes popping up all over the place. Okay, yeah, that is a wormhole that they created in a lab right there. And this is one that happened in at Brest, France. We caught it on a live stream right there, and it allowed the dark matter to come through the wormhole right there. It's true. All of this is true, and you got spaceships coming down from the observatories in Hawaii going down into the earth. That's just, and you see they're out. It's all tied in together. It's all tied in together is what it is. And you got big old spaceships right up there. You can see the rim of it in Hawaii. Okay, these things flying around too. There's just a lot of stuff. And you got the eye. The big eye of Sauron right there on the NASA product. You see it right there. And if you look at that, it's the same thing that happened here on Elon Musk's thing right here. This was the image in the sky where his Le Padre, look at the eye shape. And they both, look at this. Let me tell you this right here. The spaceship, SpaceX spaceship, Starship, on the same day, practically the same time NASA's product showed that, and Mr. Musk's, this is the sky, that's the shape of the sky like that. I'm going to go, if we had a magnetic pole reversal, whether it be instantaneous, they said it's possible that we could have an instantaneous pole reversal. It's happened once before, but they said the magnetic pole has been slowly moving for the past 160 years, which would take us back to the mud flood period of time. And during that time, leading up to that time, there was a lot of erasure of history, a lot of burned up buildings and things like that, where all these historical books and things just disappeared. Well, they probably made their way down there underneath the Vatican in the, like, with 52 miles of information underneath there. Yeah, stuff like that. So just got to be prepared on the inside of your being. That's what we got to be. It could happen. So we're going to go, y'all. If you don't mind, please give this video a thumbs up. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. That's right. You have come. You haven't come in June. They are awful. Something's coming here. Yes, we got it, you all. We love you. That's right. Remember, we made it this far. We've made it this far. You made it this far with me since 2018. It's been a long journey. We're not done. We got a lot more things to talk about. We do. You know, listen, decalcify your third eye, and so you can declassify it. There's a lot of information right here. Your pineal gland. Gina, honey, there's no such thing as that. It's the Holy Spirit that's going to make you see. But you have a physical body, okay? You have a physical body. And this right here, pineal gland up here, gets calcified. And it does affect you spiritually, whether you realize it or not. Declassify it by decalcifying it. Look it up. I'm going to go. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Love you.